What's up, guys? John Busch here, founder of REYL Supplements. If I look a little bit tired, it's because I am, man. The kids have been sick this week and just moving through the dad stuff and just real life. This is what we get the opportunity to show up. But today was too important not to show up for you and give you this message about our Testosterone Plus at-home saliva kit. Why I believe that it's so powerful for men to lean into this, to actually get tested, to know your numbers. It's not blood. Most men don't love the needle thing. So we are going to take a look at this. Let me jump in. I got a few notes I want to run through with you guys. So let's talk about it. So if you were ever the type, guys, that felt like just feeling off, right, without really knowing why, this is what this could totally look like. So low energy, stubborn belly fat, zero drive, irritability, just not feeling like yourself. This is what is going to help you guys finally get those answers. So our Testosterone Plus at-home saliva kit is going to give you a full picture of your hormone health without the need to go to a clinic. You don't need a doctor's order. This is a simple cash pay lab. Most people don't even know that they can order these themselves. You absolutely can. So we make that process really easy for you with our lab partnership. Here's exactly what we test for and why we take a look at it. So we take a look first, free testosterone. Free testosterone is going to affect your power, strength, libido, and confidence. Second hormone that we test is DHE, which is a raw material for like a precursor, right, for your other sex hormones and creating them. So if this is low, it's really, really hard to maximize production in the other areas as well. But DHEAS affects resilience, stress tolerance, and recovery. Another hormone, right, the third hormone we test is progesterone. This affects sleep quality, your calm, your emotional steadiness. The fourth one is estrogen, or what's called E. This affects your body composition, guys. This is your mood, your sexual function. And then the fifth hormone that we take a look at is pretty exciting. This is a cortisol, but it's not just cortisol. It's cortisol and cortisones, and it is an average, guys. We actually take your full cortisol rhythm 5 points in the day. So if you're looking at a blood test, a single blood cortisol draw, it's like looking at a snapshot, one timestamp in one frame of a movie, for example, and assuming that you know the whole plot because you saw that one little blip or one little clip. Most men crash because of what happens in the other 95% of the day. So let me give you a quick example from a gentleman, changed the name to respect privacies here. There was a guy named Mark. Every morning he felt exhausted. His doctor said his cortisol was normal, right? We love that. What they didn't see was what happened for him after 10 a.m. So his cortisol spiked at noon, crashed at 3, and then surged again at night when it's supposed to trend down. It should look kind of like a nice little, pretty basic roller coaster ride, right? His was kind of going back up in the evening. That's where we get that wired and tired feeling and just feeling like you can't shut down and the brain just keeps racing. So that pattern was wrecking his sleep, obviously, sabotaging his testosterone, driving cravings, which is going to keep him holding on to more belly fat, which then killing his motivation, just feeling like he was totally losing his edge. One number would have never caught that, right? But when we look at 5, when we look at this average, this is how this cortisol test works. This whole saliva test and the hormones that they pull from the saliva test, you've got 5 vials throughout the day that you're just filling with spit. Like pretty easy, fill it to the line. Very, very simple. We send that back in and we get a full cascade. We can see the full rhythm. But that's why we test everything here. That chronic stress can disrupt testosterone metabolism, sleep, digestion, mood, even how our brain fires. So when these hormones fall out of alignment, we feel it everywhere, man. Low testosterone is going to leave you weaker in the gym, shorter fuse at home, feeling flatter just with your drive for life overall, not just your libido. Low DHEAS, faster burnout, slower recovery, less stress resilience. Emotion or estrogen imbalance, you've got an easier fat gain, unstable mood, lower confidence. And then we take a look at low progesterone. Poor sleep, thin patience, and a lot more mental noise. Dysfunctional cortisol curve, you're going to be tired when you wake up. You're going to be wired at night, aging faster than you should be, kind of that internal stressor of the body. So this test shows you exactly which system is failing and why, because as a man, right, it's not about asking like, hey, what's wrong with me, right? We want to keep that positive. We want to put that into a more empowering framework. And when we create this awareness and we know what's going on exactly, not only do we know how to fix it, but now we know exactly which tools to reach for in the toolbox to be able to support our body. So simple, easy, order your Testosterone Plus test, right? You spit a few times a day, send it in, takes a couple of weeks, we get your results back. Guys, we'll jump on a call with you. We love these calls, 20 to 30 minutes. We typically talk to a guy, help him understand where he's at, where he's been, where he wants to go, and help him dial in a personalized routine for this. So we love getting on and doing those calls, helping you guys out with this. We're looking to help you gain clarity, direction, reclaim some of that power, and really operate the way that we know you want to, the way a real man should. So check it out. We look forward to helping you guys with your results. Chat soon.